Hi there, my name is Louise Allen and I'm here to help you and people you know change their lives. When you take away sleeping time, travel time and work time, plus all the other things you have to do each and every day, almost everyone has no more than 1 or 2 hours to do what they want to do. And if they had time, would they necessarily have the money? We have a way for you to learn how to own your own life by building a home-based business with a system that's so simple anyone can do it. It doesn't require selling, and the best part is it won't take up much of your time. So I'll ask a question: do you own your own life? Most people say no. And owning your own life means having financial freedom. And for most of us, that means time freedom. Choosing what you want to do each day. And the best way to do this is by building a network marketing business. So marketing simply means moving a product or service from the manufacturer to the consumer. And there are 3 main ways that this happens. First of all, we have retail. I don't know if everyone can see that. We have retail. We have the manufacturer, and then it goes along and ends up in the hands of the customer. So in the traditional retail process, a product starts at the manufacturer and it goes to the wholesaler, then warehouse and distribution, then advertising, and then to the retailer. And then finally into the hands as the customer. So each stage of this process adds a considerable amount of expense. Advertising costs alone cost millions. And when companies pay a celebrity to endorse a product, those celebrities rarely do it for nothing. And 9 out of 10 times, they're not even using the product. So as customers, you're all paying for that. So what started out as a relatively low-cost item ends up having a huge price tag on it. The next type of marketing we have is direct sales. So again, it starts at the manufacturer, ends up with the consumer. This is where one person attempts to sell something else to another person. It's incredibly time intensive because the agent has to distribute catalogues, then they've got to go back and take orders and payments. Then they have to probably go home and order those products, wait for those products to be delivered, and then take them back to the customer. So moving on to the 3rd type, we have network marketing. Again, we have the manufacturer and then the consumer. With network marketing, all of the middlemen that you would find in traditional retail are cut out. So the product starts at the manufacturer, it gets talked about through word of mouth, and online purchases made by the customer, and the product is delivered directly from the manufacturer to the customer. One significant, in this business model, the profits are shared between the people who are recommending them, so they get commission, and the manufacturer, so they're able to use higher quality products to make higher quality ingredients to make superior products. So one significant difference with network marketing is that you are in business for yourself, but not by excuse me. Gosh, excuse me. You are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And being in business for yourself, you are buying the products wholesale from the company that you represent. And this means that you should be buying and consuming those products for your own consumption. So sales success and network marketing is the result of building a good organization that are buying and consuming products. Okay, so now you've learnt a little bit about what network marketing is. Let me teach you how to build a team. Okay, building a team. Let's say you sponsor into your business 2 people, and you teach those 2 to sponsor 2. That makes 4. Then you teach your 2 how to sponsor those 4, and now you have 8. Go down one more level, you have 16. But let's see what happens if you just sponsored 1 more. So let's say you sponsor 3 people into your business, and you teach those 3 to sponsor 3, making 9 more. Then you teach your 3 how to teach those 9 how to sponsor, and you have 27. And going down one more level, you have 81. Notice the difference between 81 and 16. That's a pretty good difference, would you agree? But the real difference is that you've only sponsored 1 more person. So let's just say you sponsor 4 people. Let's just say you sponsor 2 more. So you sponsor 4, and then you teach these 4 how to sponsor 4, so you have 16. And then you teach your 4 how to teach those 16, and now you have 64. And going down one more level, you have 256. Now that's getting to be quite a considerable difference, 240. But the real difference is you've only sponsored 1 more person. 2 more people, sorry. Okay, so working with 5 people is the ideal number. Okay, so 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125, times 5 is 625. That's a fantastic difference. But again, the real difference is you have only sponsored 3 more people than the original 2. So if you add all of these figures up, the 5, the 25, the 125 and the 625, you have 780 serious people in your business. So if you have 780 people and they're just using the products, that's a pretty sizable volume going through your business. So let's just assume that each of those 780 people spend £100 per month on products. That's £78,000 going through your business every month. And let's assume the company that you represent pays 10%. That means you will receive payment of £7,800 per month. But you shouldn't try and work with more than 5 people at any one time, and here's why. Let's just say you're here and you sponsor Zoe. I was just about to write sponsor. All right, start again. And you sponsor Zoe. If you go away and you don't teach Zoe what to do, and Zoe doesn't know what to do because you haven't taught her, well, she's going to go away too and the whole thing will fizzle out. So instead do this. You need to teach Zoe how to sponsor, and then she can go off and sponsor Jan. And then you're only just beginning to duplicate yourself. You also need to teach Zoe how to teach Jan how to sponsor, and then she can go off and sponsor Bob or whoever. Now Jan knows how to sponsor. Now you are 3 deep. And if you go away for whatever reason, and you can, say you move to a different part of the country, you could even move continent, this subgroup is going to continue because you have taught them how to sponsor. So you have to go 3 deep in order to be duplicated within network marketing. And teaching is far more important than anything else. Let's see what happens when you sponsor a salesperson, or let's see what happens when you sponsor a salesperson. Okay, they go out and they sponsor. In fact, they just love sponsoring, and they will sponsor up a storm. But it soon gets to a point where people are leaving as quickly as they're being added, because there's an inability to work effectively with too many people, and you shouldn't be working with more than 5 serious people at any one time. Trying to work with too many, they just get discouraged and they'll leave. So let's put some figures on that. Okay, so we've got Charlie. He goes off and he sponsors so many people. He's doing so well. And let's say he sponsors 130 people into his business. And those 130 go off and they sponsor 5 people each. There's that magic number again. 780 people in his business. But what do you think you could do more quickly? Sponsor 5 people who are serious and teach them how to teach, or go out and sponsor 130? Answers on a postcard to Louise via Facebook. Prize for getting it right, and if you're wrong, then I really haven't explained it very well. Okay, so to be successful in network marketing, there are 4 things that you must do. So let's just imagine you're going to drive. Let's go on a road trip. Let's just imagine you're going to drive in your, well, what looks like a car. And you're going to drive all the way to Hawaii. Sunny Hawaii. Now the reason I say Hawaii is in our company, when you reach the top of the business, they take you on an all expenses paid trip to Hawaii, which is fantastic every January. But the first thing you have to do in order to get to Hawaii is you have to get in and get started. And with the company that I represent, that's £54. And then the second thing you have to do is you need to buy fuel and refill. Okay, so there's our fuel gauge. It's empty, and then it's full. In network marketing, that means buying and using the products yourself that you're buying wholesale from the company that you represent. And consumable products have to be replaced regularly. So that's around, if you're spending £80 to £100 per month, you're spending that on things you were already buying elsewhere. So remember, with 780 team members all buying products from the company that they're representing, you're going to have a very sizable volume going through your business every month. And the other great thing about using the products is that you become really excited about them. And rather than spending millions of pounds on advertising, network marketing companies can afford to invest money back into research and development, back into better ingredients, so you are getting a much superior product than you're going to find on the high street. Okay, the third thing you have to do is you have to get into gear. Get into gear. So there's my gear stick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You must sponsor somebody into your business to get into first gear. You'll be in first gear 5 times with 5 serious people. And when you're 5, each sponsor 5, then they'll move into first gear and you'll move into second. So you teach your 5 people how to teach their 5 how to get into first gear. You'll be in third gear. And so have you noticed how much more smoothly your car would run in fourth gear? So when your first levels are in third gear, sorry, you'll be in fourth gear. And when they're in fourth gear, you're in fifth gear. So we are supporting, teaching, training and supporting for people in the team to move up the gears. So everybody can be in fifth gear. The fourth thing you can do on your journey is to share the products and pick up passengers. Passengers are those who just want to buy the products, but they don't necessarily want to start their own business. They want to know where they can get the products from and you can show them. And they're the passengers that you're going to pick up naturally on your way to Hawaii. So if you covered up number 4 and didn't actually do it, you're still going to get to Hawaii just by following those 3. So start looking for people who want to earn an extra 500, 1,500, 5,000 pounds per month, building a business with consumable products. Now the company that I represent is Arbonne. Please go back to the individual or the person that brought you onto this call and ask questions about our business and the fantastic products that we have. I'll see you later.